All right, it's morning time. Gonna get a second test done. Second test in what, 8 hours? This is killing it. Gonna get this throat test done. So it's Monday, July 6th, and I am in my room, still quarantined. Quarantine's taking a little bit longer than I would have hoped. I have my lunch there, so they bring our lunch to the door. The hotel does. In a brown bag, knock the door, they leave it. The person that delivers the food is in a full HACCP suit, mask, everything, just in case, because we're waiting on tests. We got 2 tests done. So yesterday I got to acclimate myself to the time zone. I fell asleep at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and slept until 5 o'clock in the morning. Woke up in the middle of the night for a little bit. But yeah, just wanted to show you, this is lunch. Got my sparkling water, some breads, a salad, sow, beef or chicken. That's what's happening. Still quarantined, working on a couple of things, adjusting. We had quite a bit of a rocky start yesterday when it came to the quarantine menu. So we created a quarantine menu, as you probably saw in the first episode, and if you haven't, definitely go back to see the first episode on the prep, behind the scenes prep for Fight Island, between myself, the UFCPI, and the W Hotel. A lot of rooms got moved because of different fights being pulled. So athletes didn't have the menu that was supposed to be in the rooms because they got moved last minute. So a lot of sort of those little things that led to the hotel having difficulty finding what athlete was where. And also, we didn't know, but a lot of athletes who are fighting, let's say on the third fight of Fight Island, got here early because of charter flights and logistics in that end. So we weren't aware of that, so we didn't plan for it. We thought it was going to be black and white, which is never black and white. I created a sheet that explains how we're organizing the food delivery. Thought it was going to be a lot easier, but we just need to explain it and give a sheet out to the athletes as soon as they check in, so that they understand better how the operation is going to work from the time they arrive till the time they weigh in and their fight day, right? We're gonna translate that to English, Spanish, Russian, and Portuguese, just to make sure we're communicating properly. So that's the update. Monday, yesterday, Sunday, pretty much I was here all day. I was able to work out in that balcony. And so W out there. And that's how it's going. Alrighty, we're out of quarantine. This proves it. I'm all ready. It's 4:45 in the morning. And I'm heading to the kitchen. First time I'm going to the kitchen, first time I'm let out of my room. Mr. Cornell, how you doing? Good, finally let out of the room. Nice. Yeah, ready to go in and start cooking. All right, here we are. Hello, how we doing? Pleasure to meet you guys. How you doing? Finally, yeah, hi, how you doing? All righty, time to start cooking, guys. Believe it or not, this is the hallway of the W. This is the employee section. Look how colorful. So colorful. I go up and down to grab certain things because the athletes are getting the food delivered by the hotel dining room. If you saw my first video on how we were doing prep for this week with the hotel, you can see that if you haven't checked that video out. But what we do is we prepare the food up here, and then in-room dining house delivers the food to the athletes because the athletes are waking up at different times. And so I just had a special couple requests. As you can see, pan tostado for Masvidal, and yeah, just running up and down here in the banquet kitchen. What's up, chef? Say hello. Hello. He's helping us out this week. Super thankful. Got Jorge's food right there. This is the kitchen where we're cooking this week. The W has been gracious enough to open the doors and give us a nice kitchen space. Got all the equipment, dish pit is back there. Typical orange bag right there. So just finishing some special requests Some athletes requested extra food, so doing that. And then gonna run downstairs to that party section one more time. And yeah, that's pretty much the day, the beginning of the day. I'm gonna go have breakfast, then we gotta prepare food for tomorrow. Skyler's already here, she arrived last night. She's in quarantine, so I get to lead and do the rest of this week by myself, which is totally cool. Since I have Chef Puna helping me out. And yeah, that's the situation. It is Thursday of fight week, and I've done a god-awful job at documenting my journey because it's been a very difficult week, to say the least. Right, Charles?
It's been crazy.
Yeah. So this is as raw as it gets. Tomorrow is weigh-ins, and we are getting ready for it.
And check-ins.
And check-ins. So it's weigh-ins for UFC 251, and it's check-ins for the next fight week, which is UFC Fight Night 42. And this week has been nothing short of playing catch-up and building a plane while learning how to fly it.
We're trudging along, as we tell everybody.
Yeah. Pretty tired, not gonna lie. I leave to Sacramento in a few days, and Skyler will take over and work with Charles, and Clint will be here for a week. Anyway, so this is my prep. On the left side, that's what I need to do for tomorrow's weight cuts and weigh-ins for UFC 251, and on the left is what I need to do for the first day of the next fight card. So that means that I have production for 2 days. I've been sort of doing all my prep the same day. I haven't been able to get ahead. There's something about the workload. So what we're doing is we're feeding not only athletes that are fighting this Saturday, but we've taken on athletes early who need a little of extra support because of their weight, and we're feeding them too instead of having them eat through the hotel. We designed a menu with the hotel to support the weight descent of athletes, because athletes had to arrive early due to charter flights and whatnot, and because certain athletes are a little bit on the heavier side, we took them on. So we're actually not only cooking for just 24 athletes at a time. I'm cooking for 30 to 32 athletes.
32.
Plus there's another 15, I think so, that are being fed by the hotel. So as soon as we're done with UFC 251, those athletes will be gone, and we'll start feeding UFC Fight Night 42, and then we'll repeat that for the next fight card. So it's been a massive learning adjustment and curve. We had systems set in place that weren't really working, so we had to adjust. People weren't doing their jobs properly like we were hoping they would. So that's the reality of it. That's how it's going. Have all the food, waiting to go into the arena, waiting for Charles so he can bring a cart. We can take the food inside, all the rehydration. A bit disorganized, but we're making it work, I guess. I want to walk you guys through a process of what we do during fight weeks. We are waiting for the kitchen order form, which is how we base our servings per each athlete. Here's Skyler. What we've done is, as you can see, this is a label for Daniga, but we also have one for Cody Stanman, and we have labels for every single person in the card. We're cooking for Fight Night 42. This is what we do on a daily basis. So we've prepared all of the food already, all of our mise en place, all the sauces, all the ingredients that we use, all the proteins that we cook from scratch. We are at a standstill at the moment until we get that kitchen order form, because every single day the kitchen order form is refreshed and it's adjusted based on the athlete's weight. So if an athlete is a little bit heavier, we cut back on the portions. If an athlete's a little bit lighter, we provide them a little extra food. And we do this every single day. So as you can see, all of our containers are lined up. It's about 6 p.m. and we've done a lot of prep for the week since we just finished one of the fights, and we're getting ready for the second set of fights, and then the third, which is going to be there's going to be a crossover. That's how today looked. We have the snacks that I'm gonna cut tomorrow. Some rice. All of this is ours. We're all set up for success. We got some berries. Finishing breakfast over here. While Skyler's working on dinner. And we have second lunches here. We have a dope ass mola sauce that Skyler made. That is cooling. And once the meals are done, for example, we put them together just like that and we deliver them next day. So a bunch of athletes are eating at different times. So Fight Island has been a little bit weird in the sense that we are working with a hotel so that some of the fighters get their foods delivered to the room via the in-room dining service. So they just call 0 and they get the food delivered. So we get those done and they use room service. But then we are having athletes pick up their food at the office space that we have allocated, and we're keeping those bags over there. There's a lot of moving parts during Fight Island. The first week was a lot of adjusting and learning on the fly, but I think we've gotten to a point where we understand what we need to do and how we need to operate. A lot of the operations were really figuring it out as we go. It was a lot of stress. It's been a lot of stress, but you know, I don't think there's any other nutrition company in the world that can pull this off. Like, we've been able to feed athletes personalized nutrition and help them get to their desired weight class to the best of our ability. Of course, there's been mishaps and that goes beyond our help. You know, we can only help out an athlete so much. And we've been able to make miracles throughout the week in different other fight weeks, but I think the service has gone above and beyond.